What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Tomorrow is the day, y'all. The Hunter hero is going to be coming to Dungeon Defenders 2 on all platforms at some point tomorrow, Tuesday the 24th. In addition to that, we're going to be getting the Defender Pass. And in addition to that, the Material Vault tab is going to be expanding to include your pet materials. So pet foods, pet reagents, pet reroll tokens, those will all be going into the Material Vault. So all this good stuff is coming up within 24 hours as it is going to be launching tomorrow. Now, as we've been making our way through this countdown series, we've taken a look at each of the defenses from the Hunter. We've got one last one to look at, and that is the Gargoyle Statue. The Gargoyle Statue spawns 4 gargoyles that fly to and explode on contact with enemies, damaging, and it also poisons all enemies. So with that in mind, we see the little poison attunement, and we now have the ability to poison enemies with a tower. Now, lots of folks have mentioned it, and I gotta say, this has definitely got kind of a nether spider or a slime vibe to it. However, these bats will fly. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at a breakdown of the gear here, and not necessarily the gear, but just the basic stats of the Gargoyle Statue. Now, first off, when you take a look at it, let's go ahead and move it up so the range is appropriate. We will get it right at the base of the stair here in front of our lovely seamstress. And we can see that is the range without any ascension, without any shards or anything. Now, if we go ahead and we pump a little bit of range gambit into our gargoyles, and then we take a look, we see we get a small increase. Now, this one, I feel like it might actually be good to have some range in there. I guess we'll have to see. Defenses like this, generally speaking, they have to go to their target before they do damage. So with that in mind, you have to make sure you're not making your gargoyles in this situation fly too fast, or too far, pardon me. They are kind of cute little guys. It looks really good. I mean, I think they did a good job with this one. The gargoyles themselves look absolutely awesome. I am hoping that this defense is glorious. I could see this as being one of my favorite new ways to apply poison. As I mentioned, this is a poison defense. So let's go ahead and get some more of our Ascension applied. We'll go ahead and pump up the defense power of the Gargoyle Statue. And then we'll throw it some shards and see what we can do. Now, I did want to check as well. Now, this one is going to be applying an element. So you have to make a decision kind of on how many of these you would want to use. I mean, obviously, looking at it, you can get them so close together. So you can use as many as you want, but are you going to be using this to apply poison, or are you going to be trying to use this as a main damaging defense? As you see, it does have the kind of wall hacks that some of these other defense types do have. So it will go through terrain to hit enemies, and I think really the sky is the limit. Do you try 2 gargoyles? I guess you can't go 2 because you won't be able to change the attunement, but 1 poison, what would you use for earth? What would be your favorite defense? Do you set a proton beam down in the lane for some earth damage? You know, what exactly do you do? But let's go ahead and throw a few gargoyles up here. These are 50 DU, of course, so you'd have to treat it like you would with, say, dragons, as far as any sort of like a spam build. But boy, you can just stack them down, get them so close together. Let's give them the full enchilada, and then we'll also give them some shards as well, and see what this bad boy looks like. Now, let's see, we want to destruct a pylon also. Let's get that in there. And then now we want to give it some shards. We got the defense rate in, but of course we are going to give it defense rate from a relic here, and then we'll go with the usual that we've been doing. So just mass destruction and destruction, and let's see what these bad boys will do. Now, first off, if we go down to their spawn rate, it spawns 1 per second. You can have 4 out at a time. So it actually looks like it pops all 4 at once. Well, that's kind of interesting. Is that right? No, it's only popping 1 at a time, right? Let me put one up here and take a look at that again. I've got too many close together. Okay, yeah, it's only popping 1 at a time. Let me get it somewhere out of range, actually. That way we can see them come out. There's 1, there's 2. It does bring the 4 of them up really, really quickly. But it is popping 1 of them out at a time. We'll spawn a new one once per second. And these gargoyles can get out there and get it done. So, taking a look here, they've got a attack range of 2,300 just with your Ascension without using any kind of shards or anything in the mix. Actually, it's not going to be that high because I believe I have Diffusion. Or I've got the Range Gambit going here and Diffusion, I believe. So, it's not going to be that high, but it does put out a nice bit of damage. Additionally, it is doing poison damage. So if we go ahead and we get rid of all these, let's just throw one of them back down. Let these dummies clear. All right, the dummies are all cleared and check. And let's throw just 1 gargoyle down. And then when we sell it, we see that poison damage continues to tick for another second. So it is applying a poison dot as they're attacking. It does go away really quickly, but it is a source of poison. So gargoyles and Earth Shatter Tower? I'm not sure how well that one would work, as the Earth Shatter has such large range. Gargoyles with a proton beam just right at their, or like a Earth proton beam, right at the range of the gargoyle seems to me like it would be pretty effective. You could use any sort of non-attuned tower to get Earth in the mix. Why not a Ramster? I mean, kind of pick what you want. Or do you go with another Hunter defense and throw Earth like on a Sonic Bat and get your Petrify that way? That is going to be a viable option as well, I believe. There's going to be lots of ways to play with this one. I am super excited about this defense and really all the defenses that are coming with this hero. Now, lots of folks have asked me about the active hero. I plan on making this my main DPS right away. I'm very much looking forward to this. For those that don't know my Dungeon Defenders 2 history, a lot of people, in fact, I was asked yesterday if I considered myself a monk main, and it is just not my most played hero, although it has been over the last several years. Now, with that in mind, I love bows. Well, why do I not use a Huntress? Well, I don't use a Huntress because there was a time back in pre-alpha where the Huntress was just the most viable DPS hero, and that's all I used for years and years and years. And this, of course, made me a little bit tired of the Huntress. So the Hunter, with all his vampire hunting hotness, is going to be my bow user, and I am super, super stoked about this one. So looking forward to putting this hero together, looking forward to playing with the defenses. This one is going to be good, y'all. Now, in addition to that, of course, I'll be doing patch review videos. We'll be doing lots of different build videos on the Hunter, but Twitch drops are scheduled to begin tomorrow as well. So I will be streaming the update live on YouTube and Twitch. However, if you watch over on Twitch, you're going to get those Twitch drops. So definitely something you are going to want to keep in mind. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with some Vampire Hunter goodness. Take it easy.